Hi guys. All right, so this is the weekly reading for all signs. And if you are looking to get a private reading with me, I do link my email in the description box. Yes, I'm back in my own space. No, this was not planned. I would like to say that I had a wonderful time, by the way, and I wish I had continued. However, I was having a lot of anxiety over my children. I don't know if it was like premonitions or what. I'm pretty accurate with my premonitions. So the kids here were kind of having a hard time, and the kids that are on vacation, I have not heard from in days. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. Everybody keep your fingers crossed that they're doing okay, because I don't like not hearing from my children. Anyway, starting with Aries. Monday through Friday, 5 cards. Monday through Friday. Okay, Monday looks like it's going to be a bit of a burden for you, heavy burden for you. It has to do with a commitment and or relationship you have. So whether that's a personal relationship, whether that's work relationship, something's not going to be so great on Monday. You're definitely gonna overthink this. It's going to cause you some sort of instability, unfortunately. On Tuesday, you're going to have to make a judgment call. Your emotions are involved. It's going to be an important judgment for you to make. And so I think you're not going to tread lightly with this one, okay? This is going to be a pretty big decision. It does have to do with your finances. And expect to hear from somebody this week that just out of the blue, someone you think like has been long gone. And on Wednesday, looks like you're spending some time with some people, more than one person. You guys have to have some sort of business meeting, family meeting, some sort of group decision here, and it looks like it's going to go quite well, especially if it's business. On Thursday, you could be having like unusual dreams, premonitions, feeling like somebody's ill or feeling like somebody's been hurt, and like you're not going to know exactly who it is, which is kind of strange because I was just talking about that. Also expect some heartbreak over somebody you're very close to. I think they're going to say something or do something that's going to be kind of unusual or cruel, something like that isn't their normal personality. And on Friday, it does look like you're spending some time with somebody that you really care about. Could be a water sign. Growth and abundance, and if you're not looking to have children, be careful. Moving on to Taurus. 5 cards for Taurus for the week. And I do have some new cards, guys, that I will be pulling out this week for bonuses. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday, yikes, if you're involved in anything court-related, it will go in your favor. If not, you will be seeing some karmic justice play out on Monday, which is always nice. On Tuesday, you may have some regret about spending, or who you're spending it on, or where you're spending it. Buyer's remorse. Could even be like one of those things that, like, let's say your refrigerator breaks and you don't want to spend the money, but you have to, so you're going to feel like crap. And on Wednesday, you could be having a bit of a glow up. Somebody will be asking you for a favor. Be careful, because this looks like, be careful. It does not look like you really want to do the favor. You're just feeling obligated. And on Thursday, could need extra sleep on Thursday. Looks like you're trying to make that money up, or make that time up at least. And your 10 of Cups is in view for you, for sure. You definitely have your sights set on something and you're going after it. You're in the upright on Friday and finding some stability. Could be considering a trip and or a move on Friday as well. Moving on to Gemini. 5 cards for Gemini for the week. Monday through Friday. I'm seeing Shakespeare. Not sure what that has to do with you, Gemini, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, you are not going to want to go to work or do whatever you have to do on Monday. Yeah, it's one of those days where you're just going to want to call off. In general, maybe you actually do. Having a hard time making decisions. Maybe considering a road trip. On Tuesday, it looks like you have a wish fulfillment, some sort of manifestation that will be happening unexpectedly and out of the blue. On Wednesday, some significant changes happening between somebody you care about in yourself, it doesn't look very positive. I'm just going to let you know right now. It doesn't look like, something outrageous, but it doesn't look positive. And on Thursday, you're still feeling some sort of attachment to somebody you're trying to break free of energetically. You are heading towards a better financial outcome, so whatever it is that you do, but you're not quite there yet with the world in reverse. And on Friday, you could be overthinking a situation, hearing from somebody and or being asked to serve somebody, so to speak. And you're going to be on the fence on that one. Moving on to Cancer. 5 cards for the week for Cancer. Monday through Friday. I'm seeing costume jewelry. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, Cancer. Big changes coming on Monday. Be careful if you're not looking to have a child, okay? But if that's not the case, there's a lot of growth and abundance, and also some sort of like spiritual awakening happening for you this week as well. On Tuesday, you're feeling a bit heartbroken over somebody you care about. You guys could have had like choice words or gone through some sort of argument, and so on all day Tuesday, you're going to kind of be like reliving that and feeling like shit. And on Wednesday, what you didn't see coming was someone was trying to screw you over, especially if it's in the workplace. On Thursday, you're going to have to speak to somebody. The conversation's not going to go well. Air sign energy. This is going to throw you for a loop. Unfortunately, it's going to last more than a day. And on Friday, you're looking for new options and opportunities. We'll be getting some communication about that, and I actually see more success and finances coming your way. Moving on to Leo. I don't want help over here if that's what you're trying to do. 5 cards for Leo for the week. Monday through Friday. I'm seeing a fishing hook. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, you're holding on to a little bit of hope on Monday. You're like, if I quit and walk out of this job, could I find another one right now? Like that kind of mentality. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but that's how you're going to be feeling. And yeah, there's something like you're waiting on some sort of justice, whether that's karmic or otherwise. On Tuesday, oh my goodness, Tuesday is going to be your best day. Feeling very optimistic, feeling like you're emotionally fulfilled and that you're very close to your 10 of Cups at this point. And on Wednesday, you're moving towards some new opportunities. You will be getting some messages about something changing, whether that's a new job, whether that's a pay raise, your business blowing up and being wonderful, that kind of thing. I like it. On Thursday, you're feeling very passionate. If you're involved, you're probably having sex. If not, you're just getting really passionate about what you're going after, whether it's a new job, whether it's a hobby, whatever the case is. And on Friday, you are waiting on some sort of communication with somebody, and they will not be contacting you, and that's going to put you in a mood. Moving on to Virgo. 5 cards for the week for Virgo. I'm seeing like a campsite, or if not a campsite, I'm seeing like outdoor cooking or something like that, okay? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday, something will be illuminated for you. Something that you're going to become very passionate about, something you're going to be excited about. It could be financial, but it looks more like it could be financial. I'll just go with financial, even though I don't think that's really what it is. And on Tuesday, we have new options and opportunities presenting themselves, and I do see a celebration for you because you're like, yes, finally got that job, finally got the pay raise, finally found the person of my dreams, whatever that looks like. And on Wednesday, there'll be talks about travel, and you're worried about the travel for some reason, whether it's you traveling or someone else. On Thursday, we have you spending some time with somebody you care about, but also talking about finances. Your finances will be improving. And on Friday, we have the 10 of Cups with the Sun. Looks fantastic. I think your 10 of Cups may be coming with growth and abundance and not necessarily a person, okay? Moving on to Libra. My cat will not stop screaming. Moving on to Libra, 5 cards. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday, you're going to be hearing from somebody. Could be an earth sign, somebody doing something behind your back. So else they're going to let you know someone's doing something behind your back, or they themselves are doing something behind your back. On Tuesday, you may find out that you're in a partnership with somebody who's got else addictions or some unhealthy behavior, okay? Doesn't have to be romantic. On Wednesday, you're overthinking a situation with somebody. You think they're causing you an imbalance. Could be a fire sign. You're going to have to make some choices around that. On Thursday, you're feeling energetically tied to a situation you feel like you can't get yourself out of. And it will come, actually, the irony is, this energetic tie is keeping you from moving forward with the wrong person. So as soon as you get rid of that, you could move on to the right person or the right scenario or the right situation. But this is literally preventing you from disaster. So it's actually really good. And on Friday, you could be spending time with a water sign. If not, you're just doing some self-care, okay? Waiting for some sort of changes by the weekend. Moving on to Scorpio. I'm seeing a storybook. 5 cards for Scorpio. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, on Monday, you're feeling pretty excited, very adventurous, feeling very optimistic about things. You know, there's some decisions you have to make, but you're taking your time making them because it's not necessary on Monday. On Tuesday, you could be getting word about a pay raise or new job or something coming in, okay? Or at least somebody's, if nothing else, you're just going to have more money on Tuesday, okay? Could be considering a reconciliation as well. Also on your end or someone else's. On Wednesday, you can't sleep. You're trying to manifest something that's not really happening. It's a wish fulfillment. You can't move on from, and you're trying to like make this grow, happen, develop, and it's something stopping you, okay? We have you moving forward with something on Thursday, trying to find some balance. You have a very heavy burden on your shoulders, whether it's financial or emotional, but you're going to have to just kind of work hard at it, try to move past it. And on Friday, we have the 10 of Cups. Why is that? You're seeking justice to get to your 10 of Cups. It's at a distance. You know that it's there, and you're not sure if you want to like chase down your 10 of Cups or if you want to have a new manifestation, you know, let it go, that sort of thing. On, that was Scorpio, right? Sagittarius, 5 cards for Sagittarius for the week, Monday through Friday. I'm seeing UK. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday, you could be out dealing with somebody who doesn't want to budge, or you don't want to budge, one or the other. There's something going on and you're just like holding on to like this much of hope that something will transpire, but I don't see a lot going on. Could be feeling very down and out on Monday, or angry or upset. On Tuesday, you're working hard towards some sort of goal and feeling like you're not getting anywhere. It's an imbalance that you have in some sort of internal blockage. On Wednesday, you're feeling emotionally much better. Someone's else emotionally giving to you, or you're giving to yourself. Either way, be careful with your spending on Wednesday, because even though you might be feeling emotionally good, if you go out and spend, you're going to come home and feel bad again, okay? And spending some time alone on Thursday. Could be overthinking a situation or thinking about something you want to move forward with, whether that is financial or otherwise. And a possible reconciliation here, water sign. And on Friday, we have the Tower moment. Why is that? Needing to make a quick judgment call. Could be in an argument. Messages going back and forth about an engagement, moving in together, or maybe it's starting a business, but I see a celebration over it. So even if it's not you, you could be hearing about that from somebody else, okay? Moving on to Capricorn. 5 cards for Capricorn, Monday through Friday. 5 cards for Capricorn, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Having some regret on Monday, Capricorn. You're feeling kind of lousy, lonely, isolating, feeling like left out. You feel like somebody didn't understand you. Really like pissed off by Tuesday. You don't really want to deal with anybody. Someone was doing something behind your back and you found out, and now you have to put up like a wall. On Wednesday, you're holding on to some sort of hope for, else a reconciliation. And it's a reconciliation. Or you are literally giving something to somebody from the past. But I think this looks more like a reconciliation. On Thursday, we have a tower moment happening. You're going to end up in some sort of horrible argument with somebody. Choice words. And actually will bring some sort of peace and balance to your life after the fact. Okay? And on Friday, you could be, once again, feeling very verbally aggressive. I guess that's a good word. Protecting your spirit and trying to manifest some sort of new outlook, some wish fulfillment. You're kind of sick of everybody's shit by Friday. Don't blame you. I'll probably need to do a bonus for Capricorn. Can you guys remind me? Okay, they haven't had a bonus in a while. Aquarius. 5 cards for Aquarius for the week. Bingus has decided to join us. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, don't knock anything over. Okay, you are making some sort of offering, or someone's making some sort of offering to you on Monday. This is a manifestation, and you're kind of excited about it, but you might have second thoughts after the fact and regret it, so be careful. On Tuesday, you have a wish fulfillment. Could be hanging out with an earth sign. It will not go as planned, okay? I don't want you up there, sorry. And on Tuesday, could be dealing with a fire sign, somebody that you need to make a judgment call on. This is somebody who has shaken your life up before. This is not a new fire sign. This is a past one. So some skeletons will be coming out of the closet by Wednesday. On Thursday, we have your finances improving significantly, which is really great. But you're getting sidetracked by another situation this week, so be careful. Like, just try to keep your head in the game. And on Friday, you could be spending time with, oh geez, you're spending time with somebody you care about, family member, friend, or whatever, and telling them about how somebody is doing something behind your back or screwing you over, or else they're telling you this is happening. Okay, Bingus, you're making it a little harder to work here. Okay, moving on to Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on for the week. Ow, ow, ow. 5 cards for Pisces for the week. Monday through Friday. All right, sir. 5 cards for Pisces. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, feeling very optimistic on Monday. Be careful. Someone's going to try to manipulate you or make you feel like it's like a love bombing thing that isn't going to go well, okay? On Tuesday, you're finding some stability with your finances. Could be considering, else you're mourning the loss of something, and or you're considering leaving your current environment, whether that's through travel and or moving. On Wednesday, be careful with what people are saying to you, because they may be presenting you with new opportunities that are going to seem very successful that are not, okay? Lots of empty promises. Could be feeling really good, though, about yourself by Wednesday. It's a bit of a glow up happening. You're feeling just like, you know, excellent in your own skin. On Thursday, you're working hard and seeing the results, whether that's financially or otherwise. It does look financial. Finding some stability as well. You're in the upright. And on Friday, you have a heavy burden you're dealing with. No forward movement. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Overthinking a situation. This is someone you're somewhat connected to, but else not speaking or having some sort of issues, okay? All right, guys, that's the weekly. I was going to throw up another bonus today. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, so I may not even do it.